Hey, welcome back guys. Today I'm going to be taking a look at this off-road vehicle by TheeFun. It's called the Raptor climbing vehicle here. The only thing it says TheeFun is this little warranty card. TheeFun is an Amazon seller. That's where I got this off Amazon. And it's a little off-road vehicle from TheeFun. There's not much to this, so I'm just going to be kind of an all-in-one review today. There's no reason to really do a separate table review on this, but it is four-wheel drive. It's not proportional steering, it's just bam bam steering on it. It does have independent suspension, I guess you could say. It's just spring, you know, it's not oil filled shocks, and you know, it does have a spare tire on the back. But you know, it's pretty basic. I have an entry level vehicle, but like I said, it's pretty, you know, it doesn't have anything real fancy like, you know, proportional steering or anything like that. The battery that comes in this is a 6-cell. I've already got it all powered up, so I'm not going to take the battery back out. Just a 6 AA nickel cadmium batteries in here in a pack, and so that's 7.2 volts. I'm going to grab the charger. It uses a USB wall charger here. Again, the light doesn't go out. You just charge it up until the battery is sort of warm and you know that it's fully charged. Let's take a look at the controller here. Very basic controller. It lights up whenever you give it a, you know, throttle, or I'm going to set it down here because I already got it powered up. The steering, throttle, stuff like that. You know, it's just forward, reverse, bam, bam on the steering, and that's it. So there's nothing else to really discuss with this. It's very, very basic, but you know, it seems to be decently built. And you know, when you get something off Amazon, you're going to have, you know, you're going to get it quick compared to China. And of course, you got, you know, Amazon's good customer service. So as you can see here, there's the four-wheel drive, forward and reverse. It appears to just be one speed also on the throttle, and like I said, it's steering, as you can see here, is just, I'm going to try to steer it here with one hand. It doesn't really, yeah, there's no proportional, it's just bam bam. So let's go, I'm going to set it down, drive it down here around the rocks and stuff. You know, it's kind of advertised as a climbing vehicle, but you know, it's not really a rock crawler per se. I mean, I guess you could consider it, but I mean, it doesn't really have, you know, all the fancies I would consider in a rock crawler. It's more of an off-road vehicle. But it moves along decent though. I mean, for a little nickel cadmium 7.2 volt, you know, vehicle. So we walk down here and get a little bit closer. We'll just kind of try to steer it around here in the rocks. You see, it's a little bit quick for a rock crawler, and since it's not proportional, I can't just creep it forward to kind of go over something, since the steering is not proportional. Seems to be okay power. See, it kind of gets bogged down for a second here, like right there. Once you get its momentum going, it's a little better, and I had no problem going over these edging rocks here. Obviously, I don't want to drive this into the pool. That would be bad. It's going to move along pretty good, though, as you can see here on flat concrete surface. I'm going to try to take it back here in a corner here and drive it through this rock. Of course, as it's going downhill, it's going to be even better. This is where it's going to have the most difficulty, just coming up into this thick grass. You can see it's really struggling here, but it did not get stuck. So I mean, that's better than nothing, huh? I've not checked out the price on this. I've not even looked at a product page. So this was sent to me directly from the Amazon seller who would like to have a video made for the product page. Now we're kind of getting stuck. I did charge this up overnight. So if I could find it, I'll include a link to it here. Like I said, this is perfect for a kid. This is certainly not something that, you know, an adult's going to be interested in unless it's their very first, you know, vehicle. You can see it gets going pretty good. Boy, it does lack power at times. I mean, it gets going there. Really, look at that. Really just struggling there. It can't, it's really struggling to make it. It made it, but struggling more than I expected it would, considering the speed it gets up to. It could just be the way it's geared, but they advertise this, like I said, as a climbing vehicle. You're gonna have difficulty climbing, because we see I can barely climb up this grass here. So it's just really more like for a kid driving around on dirt through these rocks. It has no problems, but like say it's a climbing vehicle here, I'm not going to be able to make it up here even to the pool, I don't think. Let's see if I can. No, it's just, it was really struggling there. I see it gets going pretty good on the concrete. I mean, I think if you're interested in this, I would recommend, you know, buying it for someone who's going to drive it around on a concrete driveway, through rocks, maybe some dirt. Once it gets its momentum going, then it's okay. But boy, it really just gets bogged down in this. Grass is not very tall, and it's struggling really bad. But it's not going to be able to climb anything. It just doesn't have the power. You know, I'm not really bothered by the fact that it doesn't have a proportional steering. That's not that uncommon for something at this entry-level price point. This is not going to be very expensive. But I thought it'd have a little better power. You know, the speed of it kind of deceived me a little bit. Boy, look at it, it's really struggling, and it just bogs out and it can't go. So I don't know if there's a whole much else to show you guys on this. Like I said, I've tried to include a product link to it if I could find it on Amazon's website. You know, like I said, I don't know. I mean, it's not very powerful, but for a kid, it probably is not going to be a big deal as long as you don't expect to drive it through thick grass. It's going to have trouble through anything that's going to be thick. Climbing, no way. It doesn't have the power to climb. But it does move along, you know, decent. You see, it moves along decently for a kid, especially on a flat surface, especially once it gets its momentum going. See, and it just can't make it. So, like I said, I'll have a product link if I can find this on Amazon's website, in case you are interested in it for just a kid. But it just doesn't really have the power for anybody who's really into the hobby very much. And I'm kind of disappointed in the lack of power that it has. But it seems to be built okay, you know, and it looks pretty cool. But yeah, I wouldn't really recommend this unless you're looking for something for an entry level for like maybe an 8-year-old boy or something. This would be fine, as long as he's just going to drive it around the driveway, or maybe run a ball diamond or something. It'll be fine. But that's about it. So, all right, guys. Well, I know it wasn't too much serious review, but I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and click the bell so that you know when I upload a new video. And as always, have a good day.
The power of the dark side.